What is up? It is me. I am back for the first time ever with the style challenge. So I took a bunch of shows that I watched as a kid that really inspired me to draw. So the first one, of course, is my style. This is my first video on my channel, so you might not know what it looks like. It's a good comparison. My style is really inconsistent, so this is gonna be a bit different than what I usually draw. I feel like my eyes just keep getting bigger and more cartoony. I had a little phase where I did more semi-realism, so I would be playing around a lot. I kind of like how this turned out. I'm kind of going through art block right now, so everything I make makes me want to projectile vomit, but it was refreshing to do. It was in my comfort zone. I used to only draw headshots. I feel like a lot of artists go through that phase where they like only draw 3/4 shot or full like facing forward shot headshots. I wish that I would have like experimented more, especially for like the 2 years that I only did these, because I feel like I'd be a lot better at anatomy, because that's a big thing that I struggle with. But it was still fun to do. It was kind of nostalgic. It was relaxing. I didn't really have to think about it much. Yeah, I think it really helped my art block. This is how it turned out. Like I said, it's okay. I feel like I could have done better, but yeah, it was still fun. So the next one I did was Fruits Baskets. I adored Fruits Basket as a kid. I would talk about it to my sister a lot. I'd see anything anime that she was watching and I would ask if it's Fruits Basket. I'm sure it was annoying. I'm so surprised that I liked it though, because as a kid, I absolutely despise anything that had to do with romance, and the show was pretty much romance based. I remember my sister tracing, I assume tracing, screenshots from Fruits Baskets, and I would color them. I always thought it was the coolest thing. I was like, oh my god, I could start a business off of this. I would literally color them with crayon, but it really inspired me to keep doing art. Honestly, I think if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't have ever really been interested. I am really glad that I had an older sister who would encourage me to do that, because I don't think I would ever have the smarts. I kind of have like a brain cell, so I don't think I would ever be able to think of that up by myself. The shading for this one was the hardest, I have to say, because I never realized this, but Fruits Basket's shading is a little more involved than most other animes. This is how it turned out. It's my least favorite, but I don't think it's that bad. So the next one that I did is Host Club. I absolutely adore Host Club. It's one of my favorite shows, I'm not gonna lie. I've rewatched it way too many times. It's kind of sad. I had a tough time at first sketching for this, but in the end, it turned out to be one of my favorites. I really just love how simple it is compared to like Fruits Baskets. I love how it's more blocky. This one was difficult though, because the style does change in certain scenes of the show because it's just so expressive. Like, I was thinking about doing it in the style of the opening, but I just stuck with this because it would have been a lot easier. Oh, I have another thing. Anime line art is so annoying. I thought my line art was thin, but then anime line art is like a pixel wide, and I just had such a tough time. And honestly, I don't think I made it small enough, especially on parts of the like Fruits Baskets one. I think I could have gone smaller, but for my own mental stability, I'm glad that I didn't stress too much about it. This style change challenge really helped. I was struggling a lot with eyes, and drawing all the different types of eyes, especially since anime eyes are so much more detailed than like cartoons and stuff, was really inspiring to me. I'm really excited to draw eyes again in my own style. This is the final product. It's definitely one of my favorites, but I might be biased because I just love Hosko. So this one was really easy. I kind of forgot that not all art takes 9 hours to do. When I got it done in 30 to 40 minutes, I can blame distraction on that, and partially I think I could have probably done it in 15, but I just can't help but check my phone every 2 seconds. I was obsessed with Adventure Time as a kid. We owned, I think, 2 seasons on Apple TV, and we just rewatch it over and over again. I thought it was the funniest thing. I really was obsessed with Princess Bubblegum and Marceline as a kid. I still love them. I have art of them in my room. Right now, I'm looking at it. I just adore how it was written and the style and how much they incorporate shapes, and it's just so good. I don't think my style is anything like it, but I hope that I can take their character designs and be inspired by that. Also, I think it was so neat how tiny the glasses are. I thought that was so cute. I'm so used to giant, honking, big oval circle glasses. This is how it turned out in the end. There wasn't any shading involved, which was a nice break because shading is something that I struggle with. The second to last one is Sailor Moon. It was my first anime. I never watched through the entirety of it, but you know, it's really long. I know enough. It's kind of the same thing every episode. I loved Sailor Moon. It was the first thing that I actually tried to draw on my own without tracing or anything. It did not turn out as well as I thought it did, but I was really proud of it, and it really kept me going because at the time I really just wanted to be able to draw anime all the time. Now I definitely don't. My style is a lot more cartoony, but that's still fine. I do take inspirations from anime. This one was probably the most fun to do, I'm not gonna lie. The hair was so relaxing to draw. I don't even know why. I think it's because of how blocky it is. I didn't have to worry about it like looking too spiky or anything. A lot of this really helped with my art block. If you are going through art block, I highly recommend doing this. It was just so fun, and I did it in one night. It only took about 6 hours to do all of it. So the last one that I did was kind of hard to decide because I did not watch the show as a kid really until like late elementary school, like 5th grade, but it still influenced my childhood a lot. My older sister would play the games all the time. I did remember seeing the show on TV, but I did not watch it that often. I would play Pokemon with the neighborhood kids all the time outside. We'd pretend to be different Pokemon. I would put water in my mouth and spit it at people. I don't think anyone liked that, but I was a really dumb kid. I still am dumb now. I never realized how ugly the Pokemon style was, because when I went to sketch this, I couldn't stop staring at it. It was so cursed. It ended up turning out really cursed too. This is probably my least favorite one, but it did take the least amount of time. It only took like 20 minutes with this direction. Maybe that's why it looks so dumb, because it's so simple. Like I said, it's probably one of my least favorites, but it was still fun to do. So this is how they all turned out in the end. Let me know which one is your favorite or which one you think is the most accurate. This is my first video, so if you got to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much. It's kind of nerve-wracking when you've never done this before, so bear with me. I think I'll get more comfortable as I go. I hope that I can actually commit to this, unlike other things, but we'll see. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I posted the full version of this. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye!